Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Base. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numeral Base for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
All right. Y'all gonna learn today. Are you ready? It's your brother King Simon. Tonight, we got a great show. We got, of course, Taaqiy Grant coming up and Felicia Harden coming up. Executive producers of HAPI, and of course they got a HAPI City Tour going on, screening and panel discussion happening this weekend, so it's going to be off the hizzle for shizzle. That's right. Matter of fact, this weekend they got, of course, Anthony T. Browder going to be in Washington, D.C., and then on December the 11th, they're going to be in the great place of Atlanta. So we're going to be shouting that out as we keep on going. Just want to remind y'all, this coming Friday, I will be on the big show with my brethren, Garfield's podcast, Brother Garfield's podcast. I'll be on there. King Simon from Dance Hall to Consciousness, Health, Wealth, and Legacy, all happening on Friday, December the 3rd. Happy December to everyone. And of course, happy birthday to Richard Pryor. Happy birthday to a good friend of mine, Omar Bashir, Jimmy Cliff's son. And also this coming Saturday, we have the one, the only Professor James Smalls. Professor James Smalls will be in the building. So if you're going to be there, you got to be there live and direct also. And then we got coming up on December the 8th, we have Stop Suffering in Silence by the one, the only Priestess Yendez Neferatum. And it's all happening, become a menopause goddess. Yeah, she's going to be talking about it. And don't forget, make sure you support our friendly neighborhood health insurance right there. Sensei Shirley handles health insurance, can get you some health insurance so you make a difference between you going to the hospital and sitting on the bench for a long ass time or going straight to the hospital bed. That's how it works, you know what I'm saying? Also, we want to welcome back on track right here, Better Health Shop. That's right, we want to welcome Better Health Shop. We want to welcome them back and all the things that they're doing in their time, of course, of making things happen. I definitely got to shout them out because Better Health Shop has been doing some great thing, and they're back with us, family. They're back with us. And if you want to show them love, make sure you go to betterhealthshop.etsy.com. That's betterhealthshop.etsy.com. 1-800-820-7822. That's 1-800-820-7822. They got the burdock root back in play. They got, of course, sea moss back in play. They got all types of stuff back in play. All you have to do is go to their website or give them a call. They also do consultation, all right? Make sure you show them some love. And let me see here. Let's go to the one, the only Susie Script. Susie Script, if you want any editing services, make sure you contact Susie Script at 914-361-9467, 914-361-9467. And of course, don't forget pedalwise.com. Pedalwise.com provides some great healing products that can help help you with tumors and all different types of stuff, all the stuff that's going on in your women's body, this sister, they can help you, all right? Make sure you go to pedalwise.com and don't forget, use the 10% off coupon code. That's the 10% off coupon code, and tell them that King Simon sent you. Also, big up to one of my teachers, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Get his books, get the newsletter, and don't forget, take his classes at Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Welcome back, Janelle. Janelle is back. If you want any realty going throughout New York City, give her a call at 347-866-1133. That's 347-866-1133. And tell her King Simon sent you. And don't forget, if you want to do my numerovation course, I got the full course, man. It's 8 hours, 9 phases, 2 links you receive if you pay for the course, or you can wait till it come up on the demi and you're only going to get part of the course, and you still got to come to me if you want the full course anyway. It's a full course meal if you come through me. And if you want my books anytime, go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerovator at Linktree. If you want to do a service with me, if you want to do a session with me, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Remember, I do have a waiting list, so be patient, and I'll take care of you. Disclaimer, content disclaimer, views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors in this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views, opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. And last but not least, another disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So, okay. Woo, man, had to do a lot there. Let me give myself a round of applause. Give myself a round of applause. Give myself a round of applause. Oh, man, I had to do a lot there. Woo. It's all good. 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 Oh, yes. I am in my African outfit today. I am in my African outfit today. I am in my African outfit today. Look what it says. Make African great again. Make sure you like, share, because we got a special suit for you tonight. Man, got a special suit for you tonight. Telling you. Today's really good. Thank you, mother flippers. You mother flippers, I love you. I love every inch of you. I love you. Good claw, you. Good claws. Yeah. So. Today is Wednesday, family. Today is Wednesday, and of course, you know, family. Wednesdays is connected to Mercury, so it's all good. And on a Mercury day called Wednesday, you know, things can happen with people's computers and all that. The computer don't be computing. The Wi-Fi might flip the script on you. That's just how Wednesdays are sometimes. Matter of fact, I was at the supermarket trying to get my holistic stuff on, and yo, this taxi was late, or this Uber was trying to come in late, and it just did not work for their backside. But the lady made it, and I waited, and I was patient. So it is what it is. So tonight we got a good show for you. We're waiting for the one, the only. I see Taaqiy Grant coming in. We're waiting for Felicia Harden also. She said she's gonna come in. Taaqiy said he was gonna come in late. I didn't know he was gonna come in this early. What? I hear Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Him that time. But I see one of my guest hosts, my co-host is already. So let me see which one is ready to turn it up before we bring Taaqiy on in the next 2 minutes, and then I think Felicia is going to be coming up also to talk about this big tour that they got happening already in multiple cities and much more to come. Make sure y'all like, share. And remember, this is a troll-free zone. So you trolls, step away, get away, go somewhere else. I ain't got no time for the troll. Boy, I got no time for the troll. Y'all seen them ugly looking trolls on television and on movies, the hobbits and all that type of thing. But let's welcome right here on King Simon Presents my co-host, first and foremost, the one, the only, Sister Lou Johnny in the building. What's up? How you doing?
Hi. Hopefully you can hear me.
I can hear you now,
You
man.
can hear me now?
Lord Jesus, praise the Lord. You and everything that's out there. What's going on here? You just giving up everything to the people?
I'm sorry.
You give them the goods, you gotta eat the goods.
Let me cover it. Let me try to make myself look a little small. I'm trying to make myself look a little small.
They want to be on television. It's all right. Let it all come out. Let it all hang out. Let me back it up. So let's back it up. Back it up. There you go. All right, you back it up. There you go. And let me bring on my other co-host before we bring on Taaqiy Grant, who has appeared. Let's bring on the one, the only Sensei Shelley in the building. Sensei Shelley. Oh.
Thank you. Yes.
Harlem, Queens, we got Harlem, Queens, and formerly of Brooklyn in the building. So that's good. I can say that.
Happy to see you both. Happy to see you both. How are you both doing?
We are good. We are good. How was your week? How was your week so far? So today is hump day. Everybody's supposed to be humping.
Well, the day is humping and it continues to hump.
All day long until 12
all day. It's been like this.
Yeah. I see. Oh, Felicia's in the background and Taaqiy. Ooh, this is going to be amazing. I thought it was going to be Felicia first and then Taaqiy. So look here, man. Let me tell you, these two. Let's get it started. It's now 8 o'clock, because I know they ain't got that much time. I want to make sure we pump up what's going on. And of course, I want to thank you two for popping in and going through whatever y'all going through with your computers. Give y'all a round of applause. Give y'all a round of motherfucking applause. Right.
Something's going on. Something is completely going on. I'm having audio issues technically.
Don't worry. We can see your beautiful face in the place. So now what we want to shout out before I bring my two guests on, because these two extraordinary human beings, I'm very proud of their work. Taaqiy Grant is an extraordinary producer, film producer of magnitude. Of course, he's done things like Nubia. Of course, he has HAPI now that's doing what it does around the world. And of course, this young lady that we're about to bring on also, Felicia Harden, she actually joined the crew, and now they've taken it to the next level, and they got a big city, multiple city tours. One tour coming up this December, this coming weekend on December the 5th with my brother Anthony T. Browder. Let's give him a round of applause. Oh yeah, you see that flyer up there? You see that? All right. Man, it's gonna be student, but he's doing a lecture too, damn it. He's doing a lecture too over there at Milton Theater at 5358 8th Street on SE Washington, Southeast Washington, D.C. And then on December the 11th, they're going to be coming to Atlanta. We're going to be in the building. I'm going to be there. Riverside, Evans, City, Let me welcome ladies first, Taaqiy. I'm going to bring on ladies first. If you don't mind, Taaqiy. Ladies first. Let's bring on the one, the only, Felicia Harden. Happy holiday. Give us a
Oh my God. Okay, wait. Did you just say Happy Hanukkah?
No, Happy Harden. That's what I said.
Oh, that was all right. Hey.
Happy Harden. See, you ain't listening with them little ears.
Let me tell you, I forgot how much fun it is on your show because you got that applause. That applause is straight fire, King Simon.
I'm gonna send it to you so you can have it, because it's online, girl. All you have to do is do it. I'll pay for these people. This is a different applause. Yeah, this is a different applause.
I don't want people to do it like you, though. I mean, yeah. I mean, you've been doing this for like 100 years, even though you look like you've been doing it for looking. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, I love your applause. That's what's up.
I had to come from an African perspective today. Yes, yes, I have to come from an African perspective. But Felicia, before we bring on Taaqiy, tell people about you. You've been on this show before, but you also featured your own small plays and your own movies and films that you've done. Tell people briefly about you before we bring on Taaqiy, please.
Oh, I don't even know if I had a life before HAPI. Let me tell you, I feel like everything I've been doing prior to meeting Taaqiy and joining the HAPI team has led me to this place right here. Because this is definitely this is monumental. It is it's everything. It's so HAPI is encompassing of a lot of things right now. But I went to Howard. I was in the Air Force. I got a couple kids.
Wow.
Like any other day,
Yeah, I mean, it's all. I mean, right now we are pounding these COVID seats, trying to get people in the seats to watch HAPI. That's what we're doing right now.
Give that a round of applause. Give that a round of applause. I'm sorry. Did I put that up by mistake? That's my event that I got coming up. Put that up by mistake. That was a mistake.
HAPI can be at the dance hall, doing some little dance hall music.
Yeah. So somebody's going to interview me about that. So Brother Garfield will interview me on this podcast. But before we do that, let me get my brother on, because I know he was just he just did another interview. I didn't know he was going to jump on this quickly. So I want to welcome this brother here who I've known for some years now, for many years, many moons. Yeah. Also, in another community we used to be in. Let's welcome the one, the only, Taaqiy in the building.
Peace and Black Power family.
Taaqiy don't like all that energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see, definitely King Simon. Let me ask you a question. Are you going to be in the building with us on December the 11th?
Yes, I will, brother. Of course. Are you serious? I'm out here. I live in the stone, the mountain of stone now.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely looking forward to seeing you there. Definitely looking forward to that, man.
I like to open up the crowd and have a little fun with the crowd. Y'all let me do that before y'all start. I'll have some fun with the people. That's how I do it.
Okay.
But first of all, Taaqiy, I want to introduce both of y'all because y'all never met my co-hosts. First of all, you got Sister New Journey and you got Sensei Shirley right there. They here. Meet them.
Peace, how are you?
Peace.
I'm good. How are you?
All is well. Thank you. How are you? How are you both?
Now, you guys are here in New York?
Yes.
They're in New York. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Holding on. All the New Yorkers holding on. Okay.
He said we holding on.
Yeah. All the New Yorkers holding on.
We are holding on very tightly.
Sensei is an actual sensei in New York and teaches 52 blocks and jiu-jitsu and VRE.
Really?
That's what's up.
Yeah, she bad girl now. She trained with one of my good friends, Professor Mo, all the time, all day. And New Journey is actually my biological sister from my father's side. So she's here. It's the New Journey. We got family. This is a family thing. It's a family thing.
I just want to reverse roles real quick and ask Sensei a question. You study with Professor Mo?
Yes, sir.
Are you from the Bronx or you just?
I'm from Harlem.
You're from Harlem. Okay.
Yeah.
House.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
That's one of Mo's top students now. Stop playing now.
Yeah, I saw Mo this summer at the street festival. He came through, showed us some love.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He
He came to the table and was talking to us for a minute.
Hey, Taaqiy, you know Mo's Aquarius like us, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So first of all, y'all got this tour going on. First of all, tell any one of y'all can start. Tell the audience what HAPI is all about, because I know I've seen the documentary, especially about the economics out of Africa, ancient Africa, and how we can translate it to this time and how we should do that. But y'all go ahead right in and talk about it. Who wants to start first?
So Should have pointed the other way.
Pass it over.
No. So yes, HAPI is about economics, but HAPI is more so about how we deal with each other. You know, when you really think about what HAPI is and what economics is, and this is said in the film. Economics starts with the relationship between people, right? Sorry, Imhotep says that. And that's so essential because that gets into the fundamental understanding of what HAPI truly is. When you look at the HAPI glyph, or into the metal niche of the actual glyph, the way the Africans along the Nile described HAPI, they described HAPI in a sense of unity. They used the river or the principle of life, the life-giving, the HAPI itself, with the HAPI of the north and the HAPI of the south, with two plants, with those individuals tying the bow, or tying the bow, signifying the unity between Upper and Lower Egypt. So we start to understand just how important that concept is, because a house divided cannot stand. And anytime ancient Kemet had any problems, it was always because the house was divided, right? And what we call the intermediate periods in the Nile Valley civilization framework was periods and times where there was not one sole ruler. There was not a unified country. And these are always the periods of times when invaders were able to come in. So unity is at the forefront of our economics. We have to be unified in order to be able to do or practice or execute good economics with each other.
Wonderful.
Powerful.
Very
well,
well.
As usual. Now, Felicia, from your point of view, come on now, let's bring some female energy to this one.
Let me tell you, one of the things I think I appreciated most about it is that it is made with a tremendous amount of love, right? But it's made for Black people by Black people. And so when you're looking at images, a lot of times there's been, like when I first started getting introduced to HAPI, I was like looking at other things, and there's this one Taaqiy told me about, like this 5-part series about Egypt. And as I'm looking at it, I'm like, all the people are just white people, like old white people talking in Egypt. It doesn't even feel right? When they go into the tombs, you're like, okay, like that's really nice, but it's just so different to see like Taaqiy in the tomb, or Dr. Solange Ashby in the tomb. Like that right there, it immediately puts you as the viewer there. You really see yourself in HAPI. And I think that's one of the things that, I get most from when I watch it. And I know I haven't watched it as many times as Taaqiy, but I watch it periodically, actually, because it's something, every time you watch it, you're going to find something new. It just energizes you in just a really deep way. And I feel like a lot of people need to check it out. You actually need to have a copy.
Yes, right. I have my copy.
Yeah. You've seen lots of films over the years, and I'm pretty sure you have copies of those films in your house. So, even if you come out to a screening before, you need to own HAPI, and you can do that right there, hapifilm.com. You get a digital copy, you can get a DVD, or you can get a ticket, because all of our links for our city tours right there at hapifilm.com. So.
Wow. And I'm proud of both of you and what you've been doing and all the work that you've been putting in. I got to give you a round of applause. Now, I want to make sure that those two beautiful sisters got the questions for y'all. You can drop whatever question y'all want. Who wants to start off first?
Go ahead, sister.
Okay. What made both of you come up with HAPI? What made you start HAPI?
Well, HAPI for me, just going back to what I said a second ago, HAPI. Okay, so let me go back a little further in history. The first film, and it's a series of films. The first one is Nubia, The Untold Story, and this shirt actually commemorates that film. So in making Nubia back in 2006, one of the things which inspired me to do that was just unraveling or having a better understanding between the relationship between the relationships of the kingdoms of the Nile. And that's so important. And we don't put enough emphasis on that, because this is the way Egyptology moves forward. And as Felicia was saying about when you hear Egyptologists speak, we don't get the feel because they're not trying to give you the feel. and they'll try to always make it seem like these two kingdoms are always at odds with each other. So we did Nubia to talk about just the relationship between Kemet and Kush. So very important. Following that, the Tekken was the second film a couple years later, and the Tekken essentially talked about the uncovering the influence of ancient Egypt, particularly here in the West. If you go to a place like Washington, D.C., you see the Lincoln Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial, the Washington Monument, the layout of just the city, 16th Street, Meridian Hill Park. You see all these elements of African culture based in this nation's capital, the same way on the dollar bill. And you understand that these people are using our history and our knowledge to empower themselves. In turn, we're not using our knowledge and our history to empower ourselves. And that is the problem. The teachers are now teaching the students. The students are now teaching the teachers.
Right.
And this is why the world is kind of upside down. Following the Tekken, I wanted to get into take a deeper dive into Nile Valley culture and the relationships between kingdoms of now. This is where HAPI came from. HAPI's original name, or the oldest name for what we know for the Nile River. HAPI is the Nile River itself. In fact, the ancient Egyptians or the Africans along the Nile called it the HAPI Itiru, which means the HAPI River or Nile River. And they used this river as an understanding of who they were. This river was also could be known as like a highway, a cultural highway, a thoroughfare, of just knowledge, information, culture coming forth from the south as the Nile River flows. Only river in the world that flows from south to north, the longest river in the world, over 4,000 some miles. But it flows from south to north. There's something in the Nile, just to show you how Egyptology works. There's something in the Nile called cataracts. And cataracts should be, you understand a cataract as an eye cataract where there's obstruction, right? So you have this obstruction along the river starting in Aswan going, the most northern one is in Aswan. They call it today the first cataract, but if the river flows from south to north, Washington one and Aswan being the most northern one be the sixth cataract or the last. But the way they have it is reverse because they don't want to say civilization or anything comes from south to north. Their whole thing is from north to south. But we know that the Africans that lived in along the Nile had a southern orientation. And we know this because they left the legacy behind. And one of the things we talk about in HAPI is direction between right and left. And when you have the understanding between the directions of right and left, you understand that you can clearly see the orientation was southern. And I give you an example of that. The word for right is the same word for west, or right hand, same word for west, and the same word for east is the same word for your left hand. That only happens if you're facing southward. That doesn't happen if you're facing northward, So they clearly established in their language that where they were from, their origins, not only ethnically, but also culturally, spiritually, all comes from that great and mighty walk we talk about was the origins of mankind coming from Southern Africa up to the Reef area into ancient Kemet.
That it's such an extraordinary journey that I went through by watching that documentary and all of the great scholars that were on there, male and female, that did a wonderful job just to remind us of the importance of doing the Sankofa, fetching back and bringing it forward, moving forward at the same time. Now, how influential has this been for children that have been watching this? Now, have you gotten any because that's really the goal, to hit some of these kids and their parents and their children so they can understand this is the next wave. They got to understand the past in order for them to move appropriately into the future. Felicia, what have you seen as far as?
Before she get into that, now Felicia definitely can also answer this question because she's directly involved with a lot of the kids dealing with HAPI. I just want to something you said about Sankofa and HAPI.
Right.
That right there is really the entire spirit of the film, even in the way the film is laid out, because it goes back and it fetches us forward. It goes back to our history and it really brings us forward to what we need to do. So it's definitely HAPI is definitely synonymous with Sankofa. Exactly. They're definitely related in that sense. And that's what really our mission has always been. And the mission is people, Pan-African is going back in our history and how great Marcus Garvey said, you know what I mean? So it's just how important our history is. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. Go ahead, Felicia. Please.
Yes. HAPI and children, it's very interesting. So once I kind of joined this movement, because Taaqiy was well and off and going when I first met him in Tahuti Films. I've been with the project maybe about 3 years now. And one of the things that I can appreciate is that right when we started to, we had our premiere and things like that, we were also introduced to Dr. Ranoko Rashidi. And Taaqiy has had a relationship with Mr. Browder for years, right? And one of the things that we all started to experience this as people, trying to push this narrative and our history forward, is that these kids, right? And all these kids, when we would sign on to do Zooms or whatever, it would be some kids up in the house. Right. And so the piece that we, teaching the youth the truth, that's actually one of our principles. So when Taaqiy was just kind of, thinking about, doing HAPI, he was also thinking, I hate to talk for you because you're sitting right here, but he was also thinking about like the HAPI movement, which consists of 4 principles. The first one is loving Black people. The second one is supporting Black businesses. The third one is becoming more financially literate. And the fourth one is to teach the youth the truth, right? And so these are things that in everything that we do, we're putting these 4 principles up front, know, and so we're always very, trying to get kids involved. We had a premiere, actually, we showed a 45-minute clip in Alabama at a high school. Mardi Gras. Yeah, one of the producers, the CEO of First Independence Bank, Ken Kelly, he was like Grand Marshal of the Mardi Gras in Alabama. And so he brought us down and we showed, this film for the first time. Really, they were our first group of kids, to watch it. So, HAPI's working on some of stuff, specifically just for kids. But yeah, I mean, this is a film that you need to sit down with them because you're discovering stuff new. And, I tell you, sometimes my kids, and they've seen this film a lot, because if someone says something or like a quote or something, or they hear somebody's voice, they'll go ahead and finish what it is that they say in the film, because that's how many times they've seen it and heard the film in our house. But yeah, it's really important for us to be teaching the youth the truth. Yeah, you can't just be on your path and not bring some kids along. And they don't have to be your kids either. Right. Everybody knows some kids.
Exactly. Sensei, please go ahead, Sensei.
Thank you. One of the questions I had, I have 2 main questions, but I'm going to start with this one. And it's, what other Black organizations have you guys worked with to collaborate and to educate not only the youth, but also those that are ignorant to what the history of our people has been?
Yeah, IKG, Cultural Resource Center. That's Mr. Browder's non-for-profit. I don't know the name of Boyce Watkins group.
Well, I would actually go with Dr. Chika Kua. What is his
Sabre Academy.
Sabre Academy, and his whole program, his reading program to teach children to increase reading comprehension through the study of history. And Dr. Chika Kua he's a HAPI team member. He's a part of the HAPI movement, and so for us in HAPI, that question that you asked is essential because that's our principle that's one of our mission statements, working with other Black organizations, affiliating ourselves with Black organizations, because if we're talking this unity piece, one thing you realize about everyone's doing something, everyone's doing something. And the only way we're going to be successful, we're going to be victorious, if we connect ourselves with like-minded people. So that is definitely our mission. So people like Dr. Chika Okua is one of them. We have so many different people on the show. The vegan lady, people talk about diet, spirituality, health. So it's all of those, all different aspects of just the HAPI movement. Just bringing them on and really supporting them. Also, a big part of that as well is what we do in our newsletter, and I believe it's every Felicia, correct me here. Every Sunday when we feature the Black businesses, we just take a random Black business and we just, shout them out. We post their stuff, but we also take a Black business, and this is just, it's no charge, anything like that, and we put them in our newsletter, and we encourage people to support them. But it's all about the affiliations. It's all about uplifting Black people, and that's really one of the other part of the HAPI movement principles is dealing with Black people in a real way. Supporting Black people. So you're talking about just being good to people, speaking to strangers, holding doors. It starts with the little things. Don't mean mug people. You know what I'm saying? When you see them, sisters do it. The sisters sometimes do it to the dudes all the time. But let's stop mean mugging each other, and have a pleasant just greeting and hold the door for a cat. You ain't got to do nothing more than that. Sometimes it's small gestures that will help push us forward.
Sometimes just saying good morning.
Right,
absolutely. It's so funny. It's so funny you mentioned that. Yeah.
People be so shocked if people be like, what? What?
Right. What do you want?
Exactly.
It's automatic. It's funny because earlier today I was saying this to a coworker of mine, and we were in a different neighborhood, and it was just so surreal for me to see that you say hello to people and they look at you strangely, like, how it's cold, why are you saying good morning? It's not good, and it's our people. And I think it's so important to educate people, although we say that education begins at home, but when they see examples of some of us, I don't know if you agree, but if they see these examples of what you guys are doing, they'll catch on to it. I don't know if you will.
No, absolutely. And it's not just what we're doing is with everyone's doing with people like King Simon, yourself. I forget the other name. The other sister. That's what we're all doing. Just collectively, a lot of Black people out here doing a lot of positive things, and need to kind of like find those Black people, support them, and work with them. Because one thing I found that's kind of troublesome sometimes in our community is we constantly keep recreating the wheel. If there's someone already doing that, maybe we just kind of support them in what they're doing and kind of build that. Let's say you can't do your own thing, but let's stop just recreating the wheel over and over again.
Right. Yeah. Well, and one thing just to add to that is that it's also, with our movement, it's about intention, right? And so we need to have the intention of making sure other Black people are okay. If we lead with that intention, then it makes it so much easier to say good morning. It makes it so much easier to actually receive it from other Black folks. But it's about our attention. We just gotta get the attention piece, right. And all the other stuff.
I love it.
It might be also about being courteous in the way that you grew up, because like I was speaking to Sensei earlier today about the same exact thing, and it's hard for people to say hello, or it's hard for people to hold the door.
They're not happy because they're not happy.
Exactly.
They don't even have it.
Right.
But that's the piece where grace comes in, right? So we know that not all of us, have that ability to do it. So it's just like what the sister said about modeling. You just keep saying it. You just keep hi, and you smile, and then then people start thinking, oh, maybe I should actually be smiling, right? Because like if someone's smiling up in your face after they figure out you're not a crackhead, then at that point, it's just like, okay. I mean, that starts to penetrate, this trauma that we've all experienced as Black folks. Right. We have a lot of healing to do, but for those who got it, they have to be able, to keep just put it out there in the world for everyone else.
Absolutely. Well said. Thank you.
Please go to their website, of course, HAPIFilm.com. I want to show them one of the flyers. I want y'all to unfold this flyer real briefly before we let you go. This flyer, and I want to make sure that people see the flyer. I don't know if my computer is trying to have some fun with me here. Here we go.
Because this Sunday we're with Anthony Browder, which that's gonna be straight fire. If you are in the DC area, get your ticket now. I'm telling you. He's doing a whole, like usually we have a panel discussion afterwards, but he's holding it down. He's given us a lecture about why Nile Valley civilization is important to us, and it's going to be real powerful. Trust me. Yeah.
Awesome. So I have one more question, if you guys don't mind. I know you all have to go, but just one more question, and it's to what do you see? Where do you see the film going, and where do you see the movement taking place within the next 2 years? And how do you, and what do you expect from the rest of us to engage and participate? I say participate because we talk about that Nile River, the connection in that, and the intention of our mindset with other people. Where do you see this going in the long run, at least within the next 2 years? Short-term goal.
So I'm gonna start with the middle question first.
Yes.
In terms of the movement. So if you go to the website, you'll see actually it's in quotation. HAPI is more than just a film; it's a movement. That the film was produced with that in mind. The film was filmed with that in mind. You know, everything was predicated with wanting to do more than just a film. Because the other two movies I did previous to HAPI, to me, they're not just, I consider them just films, right? But I wanted to do something that had social impact beyond the historical component. So the HAPI, the economic piece plays in, because now we have a film that we can sit down and start to have economic wellness conversations with people. So the HAPI movement, so the film follows the movement, right? As we continue just building the movement out, people will then be, curious to see the film. So the next 2 years, it's really about just creating or building out the framework for what the HAPI movement's all about.
And again, family, we want to encourage you to go to hapifilm.com. If you're in the DC area, go get your tickets through hapifilm.com. If you're in the Atlanta area, go get the tickets through hapifilm.com. Stop playing. I'll be there in Atlanta. We're going to turn up that place. We're going to set the upside down.
And I just want to kind of talk, King, if I can just talk about the panel.
Yes, please. Let's do that.
We have not that one, the Atlanta, the Atlanta.
That's the good one.
Yeah. Brother Blue Pill's gonna be on the panel.
Yes, I get it.
Sister Shaw is gonna be on the panel.
Yes,
myself and who's the other person, Felicia, on the panel?
Dr. Alicia Watkins.
Yes,
Dr. And it's going to be hosted by Dr. Chika Akua.
Yes. We have a presentation by Dr. David Anderson talking about why Black dollars matter. So important to be a part of that. It's going to be a powerful discussion. Those in the Atlanta area not going to want to miss this. But I just want to make sure I answer the sister's other two questions, because she had some other questions kind of mixed in there. What was the first one again?
So where do you see this movement? I correct myself. Where do you see this movement going within the next 2 years, and what do you hope for and what do you hope for us as a community to tap in and actually participate in this movement?
Right. So HAPI, one of the things which is very important for us, we want HAPI to fill a void, and the void is leadership. We want HAPI to be at the tip of the spear when it comes to like Black consciousness, and it's so important to promote, the unity within the community, because we hella cliquish, even in even with the so-called conscious community. I mean, people are clicked up crazy. People over here don't talk to people over there. People over there don't talk to people over there. It's just like it's mind-blowing, and we wonder why we keep spinning our wheels in the mud, right? So we got to correct this, and this is where HAPI comes in. HAPI gives us a platform, or gives us a dynamic where everybody just come together and just break bread. To me, I've been like King Simon, we've been in this game so long, I don't give a shit what you think. I really don't care. It doesn't really matter to me if you are more or whatever. I don't care. I'm not debating with nobody. You know what I mean? So, but we could just let put some common things on the table. Let's rock and roll, kind of like what Malcolm said. But again, it's crazy that we just keep repeating the same shit over and over again. Malcolm talked about this like 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Forget who you are. We Black, come together. This is what HAPI is. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? You Black, let's come together. Because and I'm glad I got all the arguing out of me. You know, I did that when I was 16 years old, debating with people.
Yeah, exactly.
And trying to bust. I'm like, am I doing that no more with nobody?
All the time. You know, we came out of a community that we had to debate people on the street
every day.
I got no time to be doing that.
We live for it. I'm doing that no more.
HAPI is really in the process of doing that now, because I just think about sometimes when we do our HAPI talks, everyone is coming through that chat, which is really cool. You know, we had King Simon, and we have a Dr. Ma, and when Dr. Runoko Rashidi, you know, was here with us, he would come in, and it's just like this whole community, you know, of people who necessarily maybe don't know each other, but are all coming together, you know, under this auspice of HAPI. So, you know, it's beginning, but yeah, it's full steam ahead.
But, you know, we're not going to hold you too long. We just want to thank you for all that y'all are doing. And of course, people, please, if you want tickets, if you want the digital download, if you want the DVD download, if you want any products that they're selling, go to hapifilm.com.
And the newsletter, King Simon, the newsletter, y'all got to sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah, sign up for the newsletter. All you have to do is give your email. That's it. And they don't sell your email. Don't worry. This ain't selling your email. Don't worry about it. Exactly. They're gonna hook you up. Believe me, the film is worth it. And like Felicia said, and Taaqiy said, but Felicia said it earlier, you more than likely have to walk your children through it to give them the guidance so they can understand. But once you put it into their head and put it into their mind, they will remember. I remember teaching. I remember coming to one of my family gatherings, and I had my fairs and all kinds of stuff back in the day. And my cousin was like 6 years old. Now he's studying to be a medical doctor. He came up to me like 3-4 years ago and said, I remember when you used to come and drop a lot of knowledge and information. Do you have any books and DVDs you can send me? And he was 6 years old, so you never know what you're saying to them that they're And now he's about to take it all in. He's about to be a doctor. I'm like, yo, but I was dropping it, and I sent him certain books, and just to make sure he's, he gets it, from his perspective, but still go down the medical field. Go do your thing, but think on a holistic perspective. And now him and his brothers are on the right path just because of those little things that I did, popping up on a Thanksgiving day and just dropping all that and celebrate. I just came. I knew the family was going to be there, and I just started going in.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, teach the youth the truth. Teach the youth the truth.
That's right.
I give principle number 4 right there.
Right. Exactly. They go by what they see.
Right.
They follow examples. They see that we are standing up and we're doing what we're supposed to do, and they follow along.
Yeah. Exactly.
So thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for educating. Thank you for bringing us together. And for continuing this journey. I can't wait to see the film. I'm excited. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to talk.
Thank you.
All right.
Please.
You know what? Wait, King Simon. This is I like your lady hookup. This is good. This is good, King Simon. Very good. So nice meeting you, ladies.
So lovely meeting you, and you too, Mr. Grant. Thank you so much.
Take care.
I look forward to seeing
Peace
you
and
all
blessings.
one day.
Peace and blessings.
Blessings to you.
Peace and blessings. Peace.
See them around the globe, Thank y'all. All right,
that was amazing.
Man. Wow. So let me just show this flyer real quick. This is if you're in the DC area, family, DC, Washington, DC, you not only get to see the film, you not only get to see the documentary or get a panel discussion, you're also going to get a presentation by the one, the only Anthony T. Browder. So make sure you go to that, HAPI Film, HAPIFilm.com. And don't forget the other one, is happening in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be a panel discussion that y'all ain't gonna want to miss. Cause I'm gonna come there and show my whole backside. That's just what I'm gonna do. We gonna be happy to see it. That's all I'm gonna say. Why y'all laughing? I know that was wild. All right.
Yes.
I'll be wilding. I'm going to show my
But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
African backside, yes.
Wilding in the right way.
Wilding in the right way. Yes.
That's right.
So yeah. So I enjoyed that. I hope everybody enjoyed that, and those that are going to be watching later on the replay. So sisters, what's going on? What's up? We still got some more minutes before the top of the hour. What's up? What's going on with y'all? What y'all want to talk about?
I'm so happy. I'm happy, pun intended, that they came.
Yes,
to share a little light on it, because I saw the trailer.
Yes.
And I was very intrigued by the trailer. So I'm excited to see it, to see the documentary. And I wanted to ask them about Sister New Journey, and I spoke about this earlier. Like, we were going to ask them about HAPI Talk. How did that develop into? How did HAPI Films develop into HAPI Talk? But we didn't get a chance to do that.
And
perhaps next time.
That HAPI Talk is on their YouTube channel, where they're in conversations. You can go to their YouTube channel also. That's HAPIFilm.com, HAPI Film at YouTube, and the talk is about the conversations that they have with the different.
They have.
Yeah, I know they also do Santa Ana and DC, but I think they also do one in Connecticut. So
they did that one already.
They did that one. Okay,
yeah,
so I have to wait for the next one to come through.
They do multiple cities.
That's closer than DC for me.
Right.
That's
cool. Look, people just go straight to their website if they want to find out where it's at. That's the website to go to, HAPIFilms.com, and you'll figure it out.
Right.
And get on over and have a good time.
That's right.
What's up, New Journey? You all right?
I am having trouble. Phone, computer, the whole thing.
Me too.
Yeah, well, what happened, how I ended up getting off was because my phone got hot. So it just automatically shut off. Mind you, I have enough bars, and then it tells me that, it's only emergency calls you can make. So
really?
Yeah. Wow. And then before, he couldn't hear me. So that was having trouble.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was going through it, but it's all good. We got through it. That's the good.
We got through it.
That's why I said, go to your phones or go somewhere. Go somewhere with it.
That's it. I'm doing this on my phone too for the first time. I've never done it on my phone. My computer. I knew my computer was going to die. I think my son took my charger back to school.
You're gonna order one. You're gonna order one, or you gonna have him send it.
He's coming home in 2 weeks, so.
So you're gonna have
I guess
a dead computer until he comes back in 2 weeks.
I don't know. I guess so.
Just order one.
I can order one, but it's my charger. He needs to order. It doesn't make sense for him to have two.
Well, tell him to put it in the mail and send it to you. That's all.
Yeah, I think I can do that. I'll tell him to put it in the mail and send it.
Yeah, that was his. I don't know.
Yeah. If
he could have thought it was his.
How dare I even think about touching their stuff? So imagine.
Right?
Yeah. How are you, King Simon?
Yes.
You asked us how we're doing. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just, of course, today is Richard Pryor's birthday. Happy birthday to the late great Richard Pryor.
Happy birthday to Richard Pryor.
Great Richard Pryor. I remember he said a joke years ago. He said, "You don't get old by being no fool."
I just don't get the joke.
You got a lot of old fools out there.
Yeah, I have a lot of old fools. That's funny.
And today is a good friend of mine's, Omar Bashir's birthday. He's the son of Jimmy Cliff, the great Jimmy Cliff reggae artist, Jimmy Cliff.
Happy birthday to him as well.
And
Happy New Year, blessed birthday.
I had a
Solar return.
I watched something that came on the live with about Clarence Avant's wife.
Yes, I
That
seen that too, and I'm like, what the
that
hell?
thing- that
What
that
the
didn't that didn't pan too well
She
with me
was
because
shot, right? She
yeah,
was shot
Yes,
got
today.
killed.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going
Who
on?
kills an older woman? That's
Yeah,
who
in a house
shoots at who shoots at an older woman? That's
in a house
ridiculous.
invasion. So most condolences to that brother who's been
Yes,
a behind the scene mogul for years, and I realized why he's behind the scene. He's born February 25th, and that 2 5 you have to be behind the scenes, just do what they
Right.
do and do their magic, and that's what he did. So condolences to the family, the Avant family, and those
yes,
that are affected by it, because there's a lot of people
Yes.
that he put on in this business that is affected by even Barack Obama. He was connected to in
yes,
supporting him in a major way. So yeah, enough. And I watched this documentary. And it was a very powerful documentary on Netflix, I believe. And
Mm.
I know he loved that woman. He was with her for like over 50 years. So how can you not?
So sad.
you're
50
not
years.
right. Exactly.
Very sad.
So
That's crazy.
you know,
Ah,
but they've been targeting celebrities lately. So
Yes,
following I know Terrence J got followed home, and then he almost got shot up inside his place. And,
yes.
oh
so
my God.
security got
A
to be
lot is going on.
security
A
got to
A
be
lot.
lot is going on.
yeah,
Yeah.
on the upside, it just means people got to tighten up security, tighten up their whereabouts, check out who's following them in the cars and vehicles that you're driving, being careful where you're at and what you're doing. I know in security, I'm a person that, watch my back and sit with my back against the wall at restaurants. I
Right.
don't like to sit with
Me
my
too.
Back turn.
I
Correct.
get towards the door, see what's
Correct.
happening, paying attention. I was taught that in Nation and various other security teams. So it's important that we take time and think security, prepare, always prepare, and like we say in the preparedness community, it's best to be prepared and not be in a situation than to be in a situation and not be
Be
prepared.
prepared.
So that's
Absolutely.
what that's all about. So take your martial arts, take your gun training, take your knife training, whatever you can learn,
Right.
Do it.
learn it.
Do it.
I actually seen one where a lady was coming home actually, and she was, she had one of those big old gate doors or gates,
Mhm.
and as it opened, she was coming home with her child in a
Yeah.
stroller, and she was coming in, she strolled in, and then two guys were walking by, and
Yeah.
then when they turned in, they took her, and I'm like, who does this? Like
Who
does
robs a
this? Crazy.
mother with a baby in a stroller?
Right, right.
Look,
It's ridiculous.
to-
Um,
today I
well,
was at a restaurant. I mean, a supermarket, and the guy got a little crazy. He's crazy. You could tell he came out. He's just still crying. He came up next to me and was standing next to me, but I was already in position to push him right and punch him right in his chest off the from a long horse kick. I was in position for it. That's how I be. I pretended to be on my phone, and I was still catching him and seeing him.
Oh, the
And I already
comedian,
knew. I
yes.
already knew where I was going to hit him. I already knew where I was going.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I
And
already, yeah.
if I'm making
Go ahead.
Simon, speaking of phones, that's one of the things I tell women too. Be on the lookout. If you have a phone in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what phone it is, you have a phone in your hand. And this just a quick tip. The edge of the phone can be your
Right.
weapon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on tight. Pull that phone, grab it, keep it nice and tight.
Right.
Okay. And that right there, if they grab you, this is your way of surviving. You
Right.
hit the corner of that phone at the bridge of that person's nose, you can run home free.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
right.
that's all I wanted to say. Because you mentioned phone, and it could be anything. It could,
Could
Their
be
keys.
let
everything.
it
Their
could be
keys. I
your
used to walk with
keys,
my keys in between my
sanitizing,
things. Yeah.
sanitizer bottle. I don't
Yes.
care what it is. A pencil, a
A pen.
pen. Thank you.
Yes.
Anything, an umbrella, whatever
Yes.
you have.
That's
Yes.
right.
Keep it.
Pretty much.
Listen, you need DNA.
Right.
If you can get some DNA from your attacker
Mm, that's
and
right.
survive, If you have to grab a piece of hair, you have to scratch. Use those nails, women. Come on. Use those nails. Right. Stick your finger up his nostrils. You and I discussed this the other day, King Simon. Stick your fingers up his nostril. It's nasty, but you need to save your life. Stick your fingers up his nostril, pull them down. Stick your fingers in. There's one thing my professor taught me is this years ago. A lot of times you see these movies, these martial arts movies, and then you have, back in the day, they would go, don't do that. And then you would see the person go like this, and you're stuck like, wrong. Whole hand. A finger is going to go in there somehow.
Use your finger. A blind man is a dead man.
A blind man is a dead man. Open those hands and go. I'm not going to give any more. Thank you. Save your lives and run. Run. And don't stand there. Hey, I'm glad I did that. No. Run.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Run away and call 911. They will come. Okay? They will come. They'll call 911. I stand by that, and I stand by 911. They are here to help. I've said my piece.
That's what your boy Wycliffe sang about 911.
Somebody call 911. Yes.
Yes.
Somebody call 911. Yes.
That's right. Yes. Listen, at the end of the day, not all policemen are bad, and not all police women are racist or bad. The ones that are they make the good ones look bad. So we have to learn to differentiate, because everybody wants to go home at the end of the day.
Correct.
So beyond the gun, beyond the badge, beyond the hat, beyond the uniform, that's another human being.
Correct.
Unfortunately, sometimes we run into those that are not good human beings.
Correct.
Just because they have the uniform on. Unfortunately. But fortunately, there are some good ones. Right. So we have to remember that.
Sometimes one bad monkey spoils the bunch. So
that's right.
That's what happens.
That's right. So be careful, be wise, be vigilant, be aware of your surroundings. If you're going home, keep an eye out. So what? You look crazy. Keep an eye out. Look around you. Right. So I'm serious about that. I don't take that lightly. I know that. And some women, they feel like they can't defend themselves. And some men too. They feel like they can't defend themselves because of their weight or their size. I don't know, whatever the case may be. But I know it starts up here.
Right.
That's right. Well, I'm not going to keep y'all long tonight. We kept it real.
Did we get a little too serious for you?
No. I didn't get too serious. It was just right. That was very informative. That was needed. We had, of course, the HAPI crew earlier, and those that are just tuning in, you can rewind it and go check it out. What HAPI's saying, and want to remind them again, if you are in the DC area, family, go check them out. Go check out Anthony T. Browder. Anthony Browder is the writer of the Nile Valley Civilization book, of course, the Browder Files, and many, many other books that he's done. They'll be at the Miracle Theater on December the 5th. And, of course, again, HAPI will be in Atlanta, Georgia on December the 11th. Get your tickets now at the website that you see on the bottom of the flyer, hapifilms.com, or here is it nice, clear for you if you want to see it nice and clear. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, hapifilms.com. Make sure you show love. I'm going to be at the one in Atlanta. We're going to have some fun over there. And ladies, we got. Well, this coming Friday, I want to remind everybody that first, before we talk about Sunday. Wait a minute. My computer been playing around.
It's all of us today.
It's everybody.
It's
So
all of us
Yeah,
today.
now it's
There you go.
this is Sunday, December the 5th. I just want to remind people, but also on Sunday, December the 5th, we will be doing our thing with Professor Smalls, Professor James Smalls, who is also part of the HAPI documentary. He's one of the featured scholars in the HAPI documentary. Can't wait to have that elder on here. Now, if you want to find out about voodoo or hoodoo or all the spiritual system from somebody who used to be an imam and who was in a Christian family, this brother is well studied. And we have Professor James Smalls coming in. Friday, I will be on this man's podcast. His name is Brother Garfield, King Simon, from Dance Hall to Consciousness, Health, Wealth, and Legacy. So he'll be interviewing me on his YouTube channel, December the 3rd. Give
Nice.
Garfield a well-deserved round of applause. I'm going to have some fun. 3 o'clock, but it's actually going to be around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So
We will tune in.
oh yeah, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have some fun. So him and I go back. Him and I go way back. Him and I used to be in the Nation Islam, and both of us used to train Sanukas in the dojo back in the day. So he's an old friend of mine. And don't forget about the menopause. Oh, this sister don't bring. Stop suffering in silence, sisters. Become a menopause goddess. So we're gonna have this beautiful sister, priestess Yende.
yes,
Yeah, she does vaginal steaming also.
yes, she does.
I'll have two to go.
What he say? What did he say?
Two steamed veggies to go. I know. Hey, I'm a lesbian. I love women.
Good.
Let me start with y'all. Okay. I got a major announcement to make right now. This is the major announcement. Let's throw those around the place.
I'm getting anxious.
Astro Numero-thon coming up. That's right, 11 a.m. to 11
Yay!
p.m. It's going to be from Thursday, December the 30th, a pre-New Year's Eve metabration. All about, we're going to have, it's going to be me and some of my astrology, numerology, and spiritual friends are going to do this 11 to 11 p.m., 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. marathon. For a special, of course, a good cause. So this is going to be donation driven. So, and we'll announce the cause during the midst of the program. But it's going to be, Lloyd is definitely in it already. I got some great numerologists, astrologers. I got some great tarot readers. I got some great spiritual readers and spiritual healers that I got coming in. So this is going to be happening, family, on Thursday, December the 30th, right before New Year's Eve. Man,
Fantastic.
we might be sending somebody to a metaphysics college. Woo, look out for that. That's what, because there's metaphysics college out there where you can learn metaphysics. So I'm looking into that, see which one we can donate and do what we got to do. It's all about donations and helping drive this thing so we can have people to support and show love. And I want to remind everybody I will be in the Mountain of Stone. And of course, my partners in Vibes here will be here. When they come in town, I'll make sure I have an event around them so we can all have a good time and show love to each other. And don't forget, check out this. This is the Help Lady. Shirley, if you want to get some help done, you want to make sure you are on a bed and not on a bench.
That's right.
Especially if you live in the New York tri-state area. Serious inquiries only, and this system really is accommodating. I heard her go talk to some homeless people the other day, people that was on the road, doing their thing. All right, so. Also, want to welcome back one of our sponsors, the one, the only Better Health Shop. Better Health Shop is back for the month of December. They're coming back for the month. They came back for the month of December. They on their website. Let me put that website up. On their website, they got burdock root. They got sarsaparilla. They got all the different herbs, sea moss. They got DE, which is good for cleansing and detoxification and all that stuff. I'm telling you, family, this is a big. I've used it also. I've used their monatomic gold. I haven't used their monatomic silver, but I've used their monatomic gold. And believe me, the dreams that I have when I take a drop of that gold, man, it's a beautiful thing. Very natural, very good. And they also do consultation. Give them a call at 800-820-7822. That's 800-820-7822. And it's a mother and daughter team. So big up to the mom and daughter. They're doing great work from out of Trinidad and Tobago. They're from Trinidad and Tobago. You gotta say, oh, and big up to Susie Strip. She's also from Trinidad and Tobago. 361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. If you want to get your books edited, or you're a journalist and you need some good editing quality for your books, this sister can help you. Also, big up to the one, the only pedalwise.com. Pedalwise.com from out of Florida. Very good family friends of mine, man. Make sure you support them. They're doing great work in Florida. And if you do get their products and you buy their products in a certain amount of products, guess what? You can use the coupon code. That's right. Here's the coupon code for you. It's King 2021. That's King 2021. If you want to use that coupon code, there you go. There's the coupon code for you. And I think I just lost it real quick. It went in.
Up there.
That was fast. There it is. There it is. King. There it is. King 2021. 10% off if you use the coupon code. Ladies, if you're suffering from fibroids or any form of tubal mental issues, any bodily issues, this sister can help you naturally. She's doing African and Chinese herbs also. So she's very good, and she's an acupuncturist also. Somebody's ringing. Okay, go ahead. Somebody, you got business coming on. I got business talking. That's what I'm talking about.
That's an alarm.
Here's Lloyd Strayhorn. Big up to Lloyd Strayhorn. Don't forget, make sure you show him some love, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Get his books, get his newsletter, get all of that, and don't forget, take his classes too. Big up to Janelle. Janelle is back. Janelle, she's from Trinidad too. Woo! Trinidad. She could get you some houses. She could get you some apartments. She could hook you up throughout New York City, New York tri-state area. Janelle Realty. Give out Janelle Lewis.
I need to call Janelle.
Yeah, you need to call her. That's 347-866-1153. That's 347-866-1153. She'll hook you up. She'll get you some good rates too. You know.
Awesome.
And if you want to take my course, you know what to do. Contact me via email or whatever. But you could wait, or you could wait till it goes on Udemy, which would be much more cheaper. But you're only going to get part of it. You're not going to get all of it. So if you want to get all of it, you have to buy the course from me. The full course is a full course meal, baby. Got starch. It got protein. It got all of that. It got the veggies. We got all of that in there. All right. Also, if you want my books, please get my books. Purchase all my books on Linktree. That's /King Simon the Numerator. Linktree /King Simon the Numerator. And don't forget, if you want to do a service with me, please call me, text me. No, don't call me, please text me. Too many people.
Don't call me.
Yeah, text me.
Just text.
That's right, text 347-496-1022. Remember, I do have a waiting list, so please be patient with me, and we're gonna make it happen now. Sensei, I want you to read this disclaimer, please. Read this disclaimer, please.
I can't see it.
I'll read it. I forgot you're on your phone. Okay, you can read it.
I'm on my phone, and I have very tiny little.
New Journey, you read it. Go ahead, New Journey, you read it.
All right, content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcaster and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised.
There it is. Yeah, her little phone there going on.
I
Now I'm going to read this as her little phone.
I can see this one.
Okay, go ahead. Read that one.
Okay. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
There we go. Got to watch it. Gotta watch your backside. Watch your back. That's right. 183.
That's it.
So
you have to.
We're gonna close out with prayer, and then I'll see y'all backstage. Let's close with prayer. You start off, New Journey. I don't know if you can see that, Professor. New Journey, you can see it. Go ahead, start off, and Professor, you can see it.
I cannot see it.
Don't worry, we got you.
That means we gotta go ahead and start remembering it. Yes. So deep breath in.
Yes.
And out. One more time. Okay. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now.
That's right. Please, Universal Creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. That's right. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Amen. Ashe. Big up to Dr. Blair. Anybody who wants to support Dr. Blair, please go to his website, themethacenter2.com. Books, Faraday, tech, protectors, and magnets and diodes. Very significant for maintaining your mental stability in these days and times. My beautiful sisters, I will put y'all in the backstage. Let me close out. Woo-hoo!
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Later, y'all. I'll see y'all. Talk to y'all in a few seconds.
See you in a minute.
All right. That's right. That's our beautiful people in the building. Oh, man. Let me stop my music so we can close out well. Thank y'all for that round of applause. And we can close out well. All right. That was the show. I want to thank HAPI, the whole family from the HAPI family, for coming on and showing us some love. Just want to remind y'all once again, family, I will be on with this man, Brother Garfield, on his podcast. That's Brother Garfield at YouTube. Again, Professor Smalls is coming in on December the 5th. That's at 5 o'clock. And don't forget, Empress and Priestess Yendez will be in with us on December the 8th. And if you're in Washington, D.C., make sure you check out Anthony T. Browder and the whole HAPI family. And if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, make sure you check out the whole HAPI presentation and panel discussion with Shaw Bates, Blue Pill. Myself will be there. Taaqiy will be there. Everybody will be there. We're going to have a good time. Look, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. We love you. We respect you. We honor you. Stay focused. Stay out of people's business and mind your own mental business. Peace.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Number are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.